What a crazy couple days it's been. It is January 20th, 2025. Marvel Snap has been down for approximately 38 hours in the United States. Unless you're using a VPN, a virtual private network, you are not able to play the game if you are a United States resident. This happened when ByteDance took down TikTok, and it's still unclear if this was collateral damage, if this was an accident, whether it was intended, who knows. But whatever happened, Second Dinner and Nuverse are both taken completely by surprise. And anybody who thinks that this was kind of planned or they're lying about something like this, that's just silly. They're in the middle of several events right now. Every day that they're offline, there's money they're losing. I completely believe them that this has blindsided them, and they've been working to try to get this fixed. So let's go into detail a little bit more about this. So on January 18th at approximately 10:59 p.m. Eastern Time, ByteDance took down TikTok. Collateral damage happened to Marvel Snap, CapCut, Hypic, Lemonade, Land of Empires, Lark, and according to this tweet or X, I don't know what they're called on X anymore, post, these additional ones, Mobile Legends Bang Bang, Mobile Legends Adventure, and so on, they're also gone. Currently, I just checked right before this video, Marvel Snap is unable to play on mobile and PC without a VPN in the United States. So where is Second Dinner and Nuverse involved? It's kind of going to be in here for the law or the bill that's being passed, the ban, where it says a subsidiary or a successor to an entity identified in clause 1 or 2, which is ByteDance or TikTok, that is controlled by a foreign adversary, or an entity owned or controlled directly or indirectly by an entity identified in clause 1, 2, or 3. So it's indirectly. Second Dinner is controlled by ByteDance. ByteDance made Nuverse. Oh, that's the next slide. Here we go. So what's the timeline? In 2019, ByteDance created Nuverse. ByteDance wanted to get into the gaming industry, and they made Nuverse as a game publishing company to get games and try to introduce themselves to this $180 billion industry. Then in 2019, 2020, Nuverse and Second Dinner started talking and planning out for Nuverse to become the publisher for Marvel Snap and Second Dinner. So what does a publisher actually do? Game publishers are typically large companies that use their resources to finance, support, market, and distribute video games. The specific duties of the publisher may vary depending on the type of company it is and the relationship it has with external developers, but they may include some or all of the following: finding and working third-party video game developers under contract, providing the financial resources to conceptualize and produce video games, or produce a video game, determining special specifications for the game, including its target audience and age classification, exercising executive creative control to direct a game's overall direction and productive plan, providing technical support to video game developers, carrying out testing for quality assurance purposes, creating and executing a marketing plan for a video game before distribution, maintaining servers which to host digitally distributed video games. There's about, I think, like 10 more things on this list that I deleted. This is from Indeed.com. So you guys can go there and read the full list. And I wanted to keep some of them because some of them are very interesting. Like exercising executive creative control to control a game, creative control to direct the game's overall direction and product plan. I'm sure we all felt that, even though Second Dinner says, oh no, the Nuverse has no say in this stuff. It kind of feels like sometimes they really do. And then maintaining servers on which to host digitally distributed video games. So is this a server issue that happened? It's still very unclear, and we are waiting for more information and details about this. So why get a publisher and not self-publish? Because that's a big question. You know, if Second Dinner had this great property, then why didn't they do this by themselves? And now we're stuck under this ban, intentional or unintentional. a company needs funds for development, help marketing a game, distribution, business connections or networking, the publisher can provide access to larger markets and going international. Marvel Snap wanted to have a big international presence in as many places and countries involved as you can. So that's where they wanted to go with a publisher. It's expensive. It's a Marvel property where they want to take the game that they created and make it Marvel. That's going to be expensive, and that's where they need a lot of funding. They also work with Amazon Web Services, AWS, in order to have their game online, hosted online. So what happened? ByteDance took down TikTok before the ban went into effect. All US apps were also taken down. Was it intentional or unintentional? We don't know. TikTok has been restored. It was restored yesterday around, I think, like noon. Marvel Snap and other apps, they're still gone though. So that makes it just like, why are they still gone? But TikTok is back. It's been over 36 hours with still no resolution. There's been no word from ByteDance that I have been able to find. Second Dinner and Nuverse did not know Snap would be banned. They were told it would be okay. And by how everything turned out, or the way things are being handled since the ban, this is something that I 100% believe is true. That Second Dinner, at least Second Dinner, had zero idea what was going on, or that this would happen. Nuverse, I would also believe, because Nuverse is, we'll get to it in a slide in a little bit, but not great. Second Dinner is working to resolve the issue. They've released several posts on Discord, X, Blue Sky, talking about what's going on. They've been trying to reply to people. Even Ben Bro directly has been talking about it as well. And they did say that compensation will be given out. So far, if this doesn't get resolved in another 1 hour and 40 minutes from this recording, this moment in this recording, then there will be a whole daily reset that people did miss out on. And that's big for a lot of people who are playing this game. So what's next? Second Dinner says it should be resolved today, the 20th. Compensation is to be announced for all players, and then maybe some legal actions are going to happen. Speculation from just some comments I saw was, if they were told that Marvel Snap would not be taken down, then they didn't need to prepare for this type of ban and this incident, which means that a lot of money was lost and they left to be ill prepared. It's bad for their name. It's bad for their product, bad for their brand. Maybe they might have a case. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but definitely some legal things are probably going to happen. Definitely, probably. That makes no sense, but you get it, right? Biggest question people are going to have once this is all done is, what is Second Dinner going to be doing to prevent this from happening in the future? This is already on Second Dinner's mind. This happened. This is a huge surprise. They are losing millions of dollars since this happened. What is going on and how do we make this stop? Second Dinner, are they going to self-publish? I saw some comments saying that, oh, Second Dinner wants to self-publish, but I wasn't able to find anything to corroborate that. So that's just speculation. ByteDance restructures or sells Nuverse. And I mean, they restructure Nuverse, and I'll get to that in just another slide. Nuverse sells Second Dinner. Publishers can sell their subsidiaries and their properties and their games to other publishers, if that's the case. So, can Second Dinner become independent? Legally, it depends. How much does Nuverse own Marvel Snap? Meaning the game itself, not Second Dinner. When a company goes into or signs with a publisher, sometimes all publishing rights go to the publisher and the developer doesn't really have anything, at least for the contracted amount of time. And sometimes it just might be a split, like a 50-50, 75-25, 80-20, whatever it is. It depends, and we don't know what the contract is and what Second Dinner actually has for Marvel Snap, or what type of power does Nuverse have over Second Dinner. Is there a clause for ST to buy itself out? Sometimes there is a clause that once at the end of a contract, that the developer can kind of like buy itself out and has that first opportunity to pay whatever to become its own type of publisher, and that's going to be a whole different type of negotiation. I don't know how common that is. But this is something that I've also learned through several video game books. That is a possibility. What is the time on the contract as well? How much more time are they contracted to be with Second Dinner, or can they be free? Who knows what's going to happen with that? Or Second Dinner can be sold to a different publisher. Again, that is always going to be subject to whatever's in the contract. So this chart is the worldwide mobile player spending in Marvel Snap from 2022 to 2024. It came out in October of 2022. It came out late, so that's why this is so low, because it's only counting the dates since its release. Gets Game of the Year, ton of players, ton of spending, looks fantastic. In pretty much all of 2023, it is making at least $10 million a year, $10 million a month. Wonderful for them. And then right here, it starts to taper off pretty big. This is a big decrease. And right now, it's really starting to plateau. In a previous slide, I said Nuverse might be restructured. This was back in November of 2023. So this is over a year old. And if you remember back then, I forgot about this until I started looking whatever I could up about what's happening with Nuverse, ByteDance, and things that they could do. That ByteDance says they wanted to restructure Nuverse, and there was a lot of fear in the Marvel Snap community, like, what does this mean for Marvel Snap? Is it going to get shut down? And Marvel Snap replied saying, we understand what is going on with Nuverse and the concerns happening with ByteDance. We want to assure you that no matter what happens, Marvel Snap will continue on. Don't worry about that. Marvel Snap will be fine. And so far it has been fine, but there hasn't been a lot of like big developments so far with this. Just some quotes from the article. It says the sources said that ByteDance will tell employees on Monday, which was when this article was released, to stop working on unreleased games by December, and that it will look for ways to divest from titles already launched. Nuverse's performance has been patchy. Its best known game is Marvel Snap, an online card game that amassed a cult following but was not a commercial hit. I don't know what a commercial hit would be. I think it started off being a pretty big commercial hit. And then down here, when you have a global game making $5 to $8 million a month, it's still making money. I believe it's still making a very good amount of money, but a commercial success, no. This is still Jameson in a Cosmo outfit, and this should be a variant. This would bring back January 2023 numbers, right? Maybe not December 2022, but right around here. I think this would make a beautiful amount of money for Second Dinner. That's all I got for you guys. I really wish I could give more insight or anything about like what exactly is going on. Hopefully you learned a little bit about what a publisher does and what could happen with Second Dinner and Nuverse in the future. I will try to do my best to keep an eye on everything that's happening, and let's see what happens with it. Second Dinner said that they won't be enforcing any type of negative actions if you do use a VPN. I logged in with the VPN and then I turned my VPN off, and then I was able to play for a couple hours. I got to Infinite, and then the game got weird and buggy on me afterwards. So I don't know what happened with that. I don't know. Victoria Hand is still fun. That's it, guys. Have a great day. Hopefully Marvel Snap comes back up very soon. And if it dies, tell me what game I should play. Collateral? Sure, I'll do that. I love that game. See you guys later.